Snow is the Lord Patron of Yusnaan. If anyone's supposed to protect the people, it's him. But instead, he's hiding away in that palace, presiding over endless banquets. It doesn't look like he's doing a thing to...
Hail there, my stylish lady. You're just dying to see this show, aren't you? You can try to hide it, but I know what a woman wants.
Maybe. Maybe not. Either way, I don't have an ID to reach the theater.
No worries about that. I can get you a special ticket at a special price.
A ticket, huh?
Oh, you playing innocent? I'm sure you know about the sneaking in. I help the poor visitors to our fair city, people who don't have the requisite IDs, to see our most famous sight, the show in our illustrious theater. And I'm the only option they've got.
So I buy a ticket and you get me in to see the show, and I've nothing to go on but your word.
My word is good, but I can't offer any guarantees. I mean, who knows if you'll make it back alive? That depends on Lady Luck. So put your trust in Fortuna and your money in my pocket.
Fine. But how about a few more details?
I knew you were up for it. All right, let me explain to you the brilliance of my little tour, shall I? It starts next to the monorail track. You know, the one that carries supplies from the industrial area. Up on that track, you'll find some of the best views in the city. If you know where to look, that is. I can take you up on the track from the industrial area and get you set up all nice and comfy. A perch with a view. You'll be able to see the Augur's Quarter and the theater.
Sounds easy enough. So where does Lady Luck come into it?
Well, the tour's not without danger. The chaos infusions have been hitting the industrial area real hard these days. You might have to fight more than just desperate tourists on your way to the best seats. I don't guarantee your safe arrival or return. All I guarantee is, I'm the only way in. Not that it looks like you have plans of actually sitting down and watching a thing, my lady.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. None of my business to say where you might be going or who you might be going after. I'm sure the Savior plays her cards close to her chest.
Gee, was it the posters around town that tipped you off?
I could sell you out to the palace guard, you know, make a pretty profit. I guess you'll also have to depend on your luck to see that I don't just do that, Now, don't you feel like coughing up and buying a ticket to my tour? I'll even give you a special price, just for you.
If you want to betray me to the authorities, go ahead. But watch your back if you do.
Ooh, look out for the big bad Savior. A ticket for one. Time's on the ticket. Be in the industrial area by then or you'll miss your chance for the show. One of my helpers will be in front of the gate to the industrial area. Give them that ticket and they'll take real... You know the area, right? Past Central Avenue and then across the sand in the lower city. We leave on the dot, so don't you dawdle or you'll have to wait for the next tour. Thank you for your business.
Is that right?
Yes, and the situation is growing critical. If the city is lost to the chaos, it'll be the beginning of society's collapse. All of the people left in this world depend on the goods that are made and distributed from here in Yusnaan.
So this city is humanity's lifeline, and the last remaining bulwark against total anarchy. It's a hell of a responsibility to be in charge of a place like this. It's not easy to carry the fate of an entire world on your back.
Yes, and don't forget, he's been doing it for hundreds of years now. It's no surprise that he might have grown tired of...
Why,
Yeah, just like a damn tourist. It was a kid.
a young boy was it? Then he's still up to his old tricks. I know the lad, and his is a sorry tale. Not likely to hear a sadder one in all of Yusnaan. If I compensated you, would you be so good as to forget this happened?
You're sure it was this kid?
Yes, it could be none other than the orphan boy Pickett.
Then maybe he should be punished. He needs to learn that stealing is wrong.
You see, the poor boy has lost both of his parents.
I've got plenty. He's not the first person in this world to lose someone they love.
Have you lost family too?
Maybe.
You have, haven't you? I can tell. Then you can help the boy. Someone like you will be able to reach out to him. I need you to give him this letter. It's from his father, who gave it to me for safekeeping. It's the only thing he left his son.
I'll do it. But I don't see why you can.
We were both hunters who tracked ferocious monsters. But then Pickett's father was killed, and his death was my fault. And so, he refuses to accept the letter from my hands. Please, won't you give Pickett the letter from his father? It may help him end his criminal ways and get his life back on track.
Are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security.
Oh, guards are always chasing after someone.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to
Remember,
the nearest
the tour meets up in front of the gate of the industrial area in the lower city.
Calling herself the
You'll have to be there at 6
She has
p.m.
rose-colored
Make sure you're not late, or they'll leave without you.
intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon.
To the victor, the spoils.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling
I'm ready. Are you? I saw this coming.
The satchel you recovered from the monster, that has to be Birdie's. Which means the music inside must be the song he wrote for Olga. I'm curious to hear it.
Let's just get it back to him, all right? Come on.
Sure thing. Birdie should be in the Reveler's Quarter. My guess is he's waiting somewhere around the fountain there.
She has rose-colored Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching. Citizens are asked to report persons matching.
The ill mornings are what makes...
I know the real fun starts.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this
Thank you!
description to the
I can
nearest
finally return to
security
Olga and
officer.
present her with my new song.
Where have you been all this time? Don't you realize that people were actually worried?
Olga, my love, be still my beating heart. To hear your dulcet tones again, it's a dream come true.
Oh, it was very clever of me to ask for your help. Thank you for bringing Birdie back safe and sound. We artists are cursed with sensitive souls and our hearts are easily broken.
So that's how you treat sensitive souls, huh?
If you're talking about the way I speak to Birdie, everything I say comes from love. In any case, I owe you a favor. Olga shall sing for you. It's your favorite song, or so I'm told.
How would you know my favorite song?
It's not a bad song, it has its moments, but it doesn't compare to the sublime melodies that Birdie writes.
Is he really as good as you say he is?
Absolutely. Of course, I'd never tell him that. His head is already big enough as it is. Now I have a song to sing for an audience of one. I hope you feel grateful. This is a very, very rare treat, you know. Normally I only sing for Birdie or a paying audience, and I assure you, tickets to my shows are not cheap.
Thanks, but tell me one thing. How do you know my favorite song? Who did you talk to find out?
A young girl called herself Lumina. Now, Evans, if you would.
Rest inside my mind since the day you came. I knew you would be with me all the time we spent. What we shared was surely warm enough to know you cared for me.
This song, it's Sarah's song.
Yeah, that's right. It's always been her favorite.
I wonder if she can hear it, wherever she is.
Palace guards are conducting
I'm not gonna
a
make
search
you
for
give
the
back what you
intruder calling
stole.
herself
It belongs
the
to you
Savior.
anyway.
She has
Did you
rose-colored
notice?
hair and is carrying an
Huh?
enormous weapon.
What is it?
Citizens are asked
A
to
letter?
report persons
And it's
matching
addressed to
this
me?
description to the nearest security officer.
Oh, yeah? Huh. It's from my old man. What am I supposed to do with this?
Why are you asking me? It's yours now. Throw it away for all I care.
Damn right I'll throw it away. And I don't need your permission either.
Listen, I'm not gonna pretend I understand. It must be hard for you. Losing your parents, then being trapped in a child's body for centuries and centuries all alone.
That's right. You can't understand. No one can.
Let me tell you something. I lost my parents, but it wasn't the same. I still had my sister. I wasn't left all on my own. I was luckier than you.
So, your parents are dead too?
Yeah, it happened a long time ago, but I remember being really angry. People pitied me, treated me like a helpless child. I couldn't stand it. So, I pushed people away and built walls around me. but I still had my sister. She understood me.
It's not fair. I didn't have anyone. I was left all alone.
I know. If it were me, I couldn't have done what you did. You're a lot stronger than I am. You've done an amazing thing, going through that and surviving all these years. You should be proud of yourself.
I should? I've never felt proud about anything. But when you put it like that, maybe I should be proud.
She's the voice of an angel.
The nightly festivities are about to kick off. The Recreation and Leisure Committee would like to take this opportunity to welcome all new visitors to the city. Remember, the only crime in Yusnan is not having fun. Thank you for coming to welcome all new visitors to the city. Remember, the only crime in Yusnan calling herself is Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an
I gave the
enormous
letter to
weapon.
Pickett, although
Citizens
I
are
guess
asked
it's
to
more
report
accurate to
persons
say
matching this
he stole it
description
off
to the
me.
nearest security
He did?
officer.
But you know what? It might be the last thing he steals. I saw him just a little while ago, and he seemed proud, holding his head high. Why, he reminded me of his father. I think his criminal days might be over. You did the right thing, helping that child.
Maybe you shouldn't call him that. Child, I mean. He seems more mature than other kids. If you treated him more like the young man that he's become, he might listen to you.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Of course. The next time I see little Pickett, I shall address him not as a child of my dear friend, but as a man in his own right. Thank you so much.
You got...
Here's my ticket.
Damn right it's good enough for me. But can't you...
Then I guess I'll...
Welcome!
Here.
Very good, madam. Now listen up and let me explain the rules. Participation in the tour is strictly at your own risk. Whatever happens, it ain't our problem. And that's it. Got it?
Per the schedule, okay, there's a foul seed called pandemonium that labors away in the center. It is is the last one of its kind in the world.
Can I reach it?
I wouldn't try. That foul sea is guarded more heavily than snow. Everything depends on it. It's the source of all the supplies that the world depends on.
Now!
It's an unbelievable scene, isn't it? The whole world's running out of energy, and Yusnaan's no different. Yet,
Perhaps I'll steal your heart.
every day it manufactures tons of food and goods, which are then distributed around the world. It produces useful goods from nothing, or so it appears. All of the goods produced by the Foul Sea come first to these warehouses. This is where everything is sorted and accounted for. Then they're distributed throughout Yusnaan, Luxarian, and other regions.
So the Foul Sea here is the only source of food and materials left for the people in the cities. If Lord Snow were so inclined, he could monopolize.
Keep going along this path and you'll reach the Augur's Quarter. Snow's... My sensors are picking up chaos infusions throughout the city. If you keep going that way, you'll end up in danger.
The prey is caught.
Light, this is bad. Chaos just keeps on spreading. It's almost as if it gets stronger the more people come to the Rebels. But why would it?
Chaos feeds on despair, right? These people come to the revels knowing their world is ending. That much hopelessness. It's no wonder.
I found you, Miss Me. You sure this is a good place for you to be? You can see it, can't you? This place is going to be Chaos City soon.
Lumina.
The Sea of Chaos that laps at your heels. It's one of Yusnaan's biggest sights. It's like part of the show. Wow, would you just look at it? The chaos is going to swallow everyone up. I think the Savior has to do something. Since it doesn't seem our patron is doing much locked up in his palace.
What's Snow thinking?
Oh, he's not. At least not about the city. He's just thrown his arms up and given it all up. He's pacing back and forth in that little room of his, waiting for the world to end. You know why, right? It's all because of you-know-who. She's the reason he's dead inside.
You mean Sarah?
That's it. You aren't so dumb after all. Of course it's Sarah. Snow's never been able to let go of her. Do you know how many years Sarah's been dead now? Even so, he goes on pining and dreaming and wishing. He basically wore every bit of himself away. And now there's nothing of Snow left inside. So sis, how about about letting Snow free already, for his own sake. If you ask me, it's time he got out from under all the gloom and memories. Because otherwise, the only thing he has left to look forward to is the end of everything.
Your light is mine. What's your most valuable treasure?
Time to say goodbye. Any last words? Oh, I get it. You know you're gonna die anyway, so you want to at least go out in style, right?
Light, are you there?
I'm fine. I fell into the warehouses. Which way do I head from here?
Let's see. I guess that you're near the Augur's Quarter. Start by getting out of there, and quick.
Something happening?
I'm picking up strong chaos readings all over the city. I can't say what'll happen, just hurry to the palace. I've run database checks on the warehouses around here, but I can't tell who owns most of this stuff. People just stored their things here and left them to rot. I doubt you'll find any hidden treasures. Must have run. Good news.
Guess it comes to this.
The original owner had the bad luck to run into a hungry monster, and... well, I don't really have to spell out the rest, do I?
Calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon.
The prey is caught.
The door is locked, but you should be
They're
able...
conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous This is a broadcast from the public. They're asked to report persons not matching the description to the U.S. security officer has been issued for the arrest of the woman calling herself the Savior. She is armed and considered extremely dangerous.
If you have an ID, you'll be able to walk straight into the Augur's Quarter through the front gate. You should head for the Augur's Quarter before the deliveries start for the palace. That golden statue is a symbol of Yusnan's wealth and power,
Guards are
and
conducting
you'll certainly never get lost with that kind of landmark showing the way.
calling herself the
You've got to get to the Augur's Quarter before the deliveries to the palace.
carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer. The cargo line has been severely damaged in an accident. Investigators are currently assessing the damage. Early indications are that the woman calling herself the Savior was involved. The palace has been locked down as a security measure, and the distribution of supplies has been temporarily
Light,
suspended.
things aren't looking too good. I'd hoped you could hide amongst the deliveries to sneak in, but...
But what? Change of plans?
Sure, I guess you could say that. For some reason, the service entrance was suddenly forced to lock down. That path is close to us now. It's not certain why they suddenly closed shop, but it was about the same time that my chaos sensors went haywire. That kind of reaction, it can only mean two things. If we're lucky, it's just a new chaos infusion. If we're not, then it's a Seath. If Snow has finally lost his grip and become a Seath, he'll be nearly unstoppable. Light, pull back for now. We need to find out more.
I'm not done yet. Hope, start thinking up a new plan. One way or another, I'm getting into that palace.
But, Light...
Seath or not, nothing's changed. I am gonna save him. Well, after I beat some sense into that annoyingly thick head of his, that is.
Okay, Lightning. We've got to give up on the service entrance. There is one other plan I had considered. It's pretty destructive and definitely dangerous.
Doesn't matter. What is it?
As you can see, the palace is surrounded by a formidable wall. All ways in and out have been locked down, and there's no tunneling under it either. It looks quiet, but trust me, that wall is too well guarded to try and sneak over.
Yeah, can we get to the point, Hope?
There's no path, so you have to make one. A show is about to start here in the Augur's Quarter. A show with one fantastic finale. At the climax of the show, a stage and an actor on it is propelled up to the top of the set by a little rocket power.
And you want me to climb onto the set and jump into the palace? I hate to break it to you, but that's a pretty big leap.
Not if you can topple the set and form a bridge. Then you can just simply walk across. It'd be easy.
I'm not sure that easy means what you think it does.
Fireworks are launched all around the theater at the finale. If you increase the number of fireworks, well, you could weaken the set enough to bring it down.
You were telling the truth about it being destructive, weren't you?
And you don't have much choice.
I guess I've just got to keep moving. Keep your eyes front. Right.
That's the spirit.
Hope. Does that mean you'll be watching the rear? You'll have my back?
Of course I will. That's what I'm here for.
cargo line has
For
been
this plan to work, you'll need help from the theater people.
Investigators are currently...
If I were you, I'd talk to the director first.
Early indications
Get him on
that
your
the
side.
woman calling herself the Savior was involved. The palace has been locked down.
You must be in charge around here.
And just who might you be?
Just someone who wants tonight's show to go down in history. Doubling or tripling the fireworks should do the trick. Enough to scare the patron out of his den.
Did you escape from some mental hospital?
I'm just an old friend of the patron's. He never shows his face, so I worry. He's not the type for flowers, so I thought I'd send him a good show instead.
3 times the fireworks? That would cause one hell of a stir.
Yeah, this city could use a good stirring. If not at the end of the world, then when? Not much point playing by the rules now.
I like your style, lady. And you're not wrong by any means. Half of Yusnan's already sunk under that wretched cloud we call chaos.
Let me get the fireworks. I'll make sure we have more than enough. But it's gotta be today.
Hell, let's do it. But this conversation never happened, capiche? If you need help with the fireworks, the stagehands can help you out. I'll make a couple of revisions to the script. This'll be a show they'll never forget!
The cargo line has been severely damaged in an accident. Investigators are currently assessing the damage.
If you want to know
Early
about
indications
fireworks,
are that the
I guess you should talk to an expert.
Savior was involved.
I suggest that you go and find the pirate.
Security measure, and the distribution of supplies has been
You should be over by the statue. That's where they launched them.
what's up?
Change of plans. We're upping the amount of fireworks in the finale. At least double.
And
why is this the first I'm hearing of it? Let me guess. It's that plastic director's idea, isn't it? Folks can call him a genius all they want. Well, that doesn't mean I'm a miracle worker. But I suppose complaining to you won't help the situation. You're one of his assistants, right? And you know what I'm talking about. You're probably feeling the brunt of his capricious behavior as much as I am.
Then help me. Can you add more fireworks to the show?
I want to say no, but even if it is impossible, I'll still have to do it. That's my job, after all. All right, I'll do it. But I warn you, it'll be anything but half-assed. But you're gonna have to help me out. I'm out of gunpowder, so I can't make any more fireworks here. There are pyrotechnicians all over town who launch fireworks to mark the hour. You know that, right? Here, I'll write you a note. Show this to any pyrotechnicians you meet. I'll give you what they can spare, but you're gonna have to move fast to get them all.
Investigators are currently assessing the damage.
By the way, my pyrotechnician buddies aren't the only source of fireworks. Buy some, haggle for some, do whatever you need to do if it gets us the firepower we need. We just have to be sure that we have enough. Everything else will work itself out.
The cargo line has been severely damaged. Currently assessing the damage.
You're gonna need a lot of fireworks to bring down that set, though.
Calling herself the Savior.
Go and gather up all the firepower you can
Has been
find.
locked down as a security measure, and the
Is
distribution
it just my imagination, or are you looking forward to this just a little too much?
Perhaps the
The
chaos.
cargo line
Really?
has been
More
severely
fireworks?
damaged in an accident. Investigators
Don't worry,
are currently
I haven't lost sight of the
assessing
big picture.
damage.
We're doing
Early
this so that you can
indications
reach
that the
snow
woman
inside the
calling herself
palace.
the Savior was involved.
Let's hurry.
The palace has been locked down
You'll
as
have
a
to use
security
many
measure,
fire-
and the distribution of supplies
Hurry and collect the fireworks.
suspended.
Once you've got all the fireworks you
Calling
need,
herself the
come back
Savior
here
was
and report to the
involved.
boss.
The palace has been locked down as a security measure, and the distribution of supplies has been temporarily suspended. I repeat. The cargo line has been severely damaged in an accident. Investigators are currently assessing the world's ending anyway?
I've never seen anything like it. Only the finest quality here.
This is a broadcast from the Public Safety Office, Yusnan branch of the
What are you doing? It's dangerous around here.
The boss sent me. We're mixing up the plan. Here, these are his
armed and considered extremely dangerous.
Change of plans? It sure does look like the boss is writing. I'll just keep a few around. Those fiery blooms in the night sky. That's how we let the boss know we're on the job. With a bang. See that? That means all good. You're going to need to get more fireworks from the others too, right? If that's the plan, when the time comes, the fireworks are launched up into the sky. Each site sets off their fireworks at a different time, so you should think carefully about the order you want to visit each.
You did it. Now you just need to keep on going at this pace.
This is a broadcast from the Public Safety Office, Yukon branch of the Order of
How about it? Joko, can you say the
Please?
Nope, I'm afraid that's not what I'm looking for. Check out our posters around town.
The Champion's Quarter.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder
Don't
calling
surprise me
herself
like
the
that.
Savior.
I'm tense
She has
because it's
rose-colored
almost time to
hair
set up
and
the-
is
Tonight's
carrying
launch is
an
canceled.
weapon.
The boss is having me
Citizens are asked to report persons matching this
Is that
description
right?
to the nearest
Okay.
security officer.
I may work as a pyrotechnician, but I just can't stand the actual setting off of the fireworks. I can barely hold the match. Here, just take them. I'll use what's left to signal the boss. Let him know I got the message. You better set out soon if you hadn't gotten...
You still need more fireworks. We've gotta hurry.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
I'm sorry, all firework lovers.
I smell fireworks.
Me? No, I'm just a humble firework, the lowly pauper who...
Well, that was a lot more information than I needed to know. I am in the market.
Give you? Look, I'm trying to run a real business here, okay? I don't give anything.
How much?
You're a firework, but alas, I'm out of...
All right, then I guess we're...
Whoa, hold your chocobo. It's not my fault. It's the monsters who they made off with my precious wares.
I see. I guess I'll have to get him back then.
Oh, you do that, then I'll thank you 1,000 times.
that merchant Funicula spoke of. What do you think? Will you return them, or just take them?
Here, you're stolen.
Oh, thank you. Come see it in the Glutton's Quarter.
Gordon Gourmet has started cooking.
Make way! The fire...
It's like a dream!
You opened up shop.
What do you think you're talking about? Whoever said I'd sell you a thing? I couldn't possibly take a single gill from you, not even one. You're the reason I was able to take all that you can carry.
Thanks, but you just finally...
Don't you worry about that.
One more. Why don't you light that one for me right now? I'd like to see the fireworks I worked so hard.
Oh, I can do that. Sit back and enjoy the show. Thank you. You saved my...
You've collected the fireworks. I guess it's time that you take them to the boss in the Augur's Quarter.
Try a concentrated microcosm of culinary delight.
Don't you choke? Can you see?
Please?
Nope. I'm afraid that's not what I'm looking for.
You must be...
Keep looking.
It was the boss who sent me.
Do I look like I care? Unless... Get me some booze.
If I have to.
Huh? You really do that? Bacchus's brew. It's a drink of legends. They say that once...
Fine.
You do that and get it.
Are you really gonna do it? Give in to a drunk's demands?
I don't have time to try and convince him to hand over the fireworks to me. It's just a lot faster to get him the drink.
It seems you can get your hands on some fireworks if you know the Chocobo Girl's code. Have you learned what they mean by their magical?
You look mutt.
Oh, I know them. I'd just rather...
Calling herself
are you
the
here?
Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
Welcome.
Do you happen to carry...
Why, yes, we are available.
I don't need it. The brew is actually a gift for someone.
I would be delighted. Though I hope you...
So this is Bacchus?
I am honored.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has... hair and is carrying an enormous weapon.
The boss told me to...
They're asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
This seems a bit...
Well, don't tell the boss, but the truth is I spilled my drink on him. Had to toss it, but you can still use it. Anyway... Time for me to...
Excellent. That ought to be enough fireworks. Now you just need to get them to the Augur's Quarter and the boss.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and
I feel like
an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
God, smite me down. I can have it. Really?
Sure, but only if you...
Hold on, I'll get him.
Did you make these? They're not like any of the others I've seen. I can tell you...
Ah, you've got a sharp eye. Yeah, I poured my...
Promised someone.
Yeah, for one of the local kids. He was always a sickly little thing. Never left the house. But he told me he loved the fireworks he could see from his window. I made him a promise. I said I'd make extra special fireworks for his birthday. Which, funnily enough, is today. Or it would have been if he were still alive.
You sure you're all right with giving these away? Aren't they special?
The kid's gone. Better to get some use out of him than to let him rot. Actually, you know what? Leave me just one. That'll be enough. I'll set off this one for him. Maybe you'll see it.
Thank you. They'll be used for something.
Good. If it's true what they say about this stuff, in a few minutes,
So I'm gonna blow up that set with the fireworks meant for a dying child. Somehow, it doesn't seem right.
I know what you mean, but Lightning, don't forget we're trying to save a world here. And those fireworks are going to help.
I know. I'll get over it. And if I can, then I can always find some more of that Bacchus's brew and join the pyrotechnician for a drink.
Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security. Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder.